Now this is different. The jacket's different. Mark my word, if you find a jacket like this anyplace, I want to know who has it. Because I bought this jacket 33 years ago when I was in education. I was in education for 18 years. I was coaching. And I went into a store and I says, I want something that nobody else has. And he showed me all the blues and the grays and so forth. And I said, no, I want something unique. And he said, okay, I got something out back. And he went back and he pulled this out and I said, that's it. But how much do you want for it? And he said, $200. I said, no way, no way, no way. I'm a teacher. Right, teachers? You can't afford $200. He said, what can you afford? And I didn't say anything. And he says, well, I'll give it to you for $100. I said, nope, 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 nope. So I went out and I walked out of the store and I thought about it and I came back and I thought, God dang it, I really like that jacket. Really like that jacket. I know I should have been black, but I'm not. And I'm not changing neither. So anyhow, regardless, he says, what will you give me for it? And I says, $25. And he says, then I said, I'll give him 25. And he says, sold. So anyhow, I wore this coaching, and I decided today I'm bringing it out of the mothballs because you just saw a project called the Enchanted Highway. This is one-of-a-kind project. This is one-of-a-kind jacket, and I'm one-of-a-kind person. So with that in mind, I've got to tell you a little bit of the story of Gary Greff. You saw the video. Yes, I was a DF student. So students out there, don't take heart. Don't follow me. But I was a DF student, and my principal told me, you'll never make college. Then I got pissed. I said, don't you tell me what I could do. And so I went to college, and yes, that first year was pure hell. I had to learn to study. I had to learn to do what was right, and so forth and so on. So I made college. Then I was in education. I loved education. I really did. I thought I'd be a teacher forever. But when I went to college, I wasn't going to be a teacher. I hated school. Why would I be a teacher? So what did I do? Being smart, Gary Greff, smart, he said, okay, BS degree, BA degree, which one should I take? A BA, BS degree, BA, you had to have a foreign language. BS, you didn't have to have a foreign language. I could barely speak, let alone take a foreign language. So I thought, okay, I'll take a BS. Who cares what the paper says as long as I got a degree? So with that in mind, then I went on. I started teaching. I was student taught. I hated it. I was put in Bismarck High School. It was overcrowded. I hated it. I hated it. And I got out, and I didn't know what I was going to do. Well, I stayed with my folks, and they basically, I didn't know what. I started driving school bus for this local school, and I was on annual staff, and so forth. And then my dad says, you know, the door swings both ways. Don't let it hit you when you leave. Well, there was a junior high school. They needed a junior high teacher next door at the parochial school. I stepped into eighth grade, and I loved it. Totally fell in love. And I said, I'm going to do this forever. Well, that's the way it worked. I was coaching. I coached, went to, in Dakota, North Dakota. I was coaching there, and they gave me a contract, an unwritten contract. In 4 years, you'll be in state. And I thought, okay, it's worth a shot. In the fourth year, we made it to the regional, all 4 years, but we got beat out in state by Hillsborough, maybe Portland, a few of those big schools. And regardless, and there was a knock on my door the last day when we lost our last regional game. They said, remember our contract. I said, your resignation will be in tomorrow. So with that in mind, I decided I was going to go into administration. I then went into being a principal, got my master's. Now I was a principal. And they told me I couldn't teach or couldn't do anything. So regardless, now as a principal, I was a principal in 2 schools. I came home, I was looking for a different job, and with that in mind, I then saw that the town of Regent was dying. And I thought, now, what do I do? I never laid a bead of weld in my life. Never had an art class. I didn't want to weld. I hated farming. My dad farmed and I hated it. Why would I do something like that? Well, a local farmer made a small man holding a bale up. And then with that in mind, it dawned on me. That's what the ranchers and farmers of the Midwest are good at. They're good at welding. Let's use what they're good at to our advantage. But it can't be normal, because nobody's going to stop for normal. But they just might stop for the world's largest. And that's how I started the Enchanted Highway. Now you ask about the Enchanted Highway, and I'll tell you. Don't ask, but you're sitting there intrigued about it, right? Anyhow, regardless, the Enchanted Highway has 7 of the world's largest scrap metal sculptures. My goal is 11. I've got 4 more to build. Any young kid out there wants to help? I'm not getting any younger. Regardless, it takes me 5 to 6 years to do a sculpture. Okay? I work on it 8 hours a day, and it takes roughly around $60,000 to $70,000 to do a sculpture. The geese in flight, just a pure example, that sculpture is in the Guinness Book of Records. The world's largest scrap metal sculpture has over 5 miles of weld on it. It's 110 feet tall, 150 feet wide, and weighs 78.8 tons. So regardless, that's in the Guinness Book of Records. And we didn't plan on it. I didn't plan on that. It just happened. So again, I'm trying to think what you want to know and what I should tell you. My mind is going in a million different directions. They said to me, you either go out there and you make an impression or you flop. And I'm beginning to think maybe I'll flop. No. Regardless, I want you to believe that I always say, and I want you to leave with the thing that, Gary Greff started out. Nobody said I couldn't make high school. I was a DF student. I didn't know how to weld. I had an art class. And I'm saying, look what I've done. I got a wild jacket. But at least I want you, as people, I want you to believe. And tonight I want everybody here is an artist. And everybody here, believe you're an artist. And you're not the art. You don't have to say I'm an artist. That's a weird artist. I'm weird. You're an artist because you can create something nobody else can do. Believe yourself. You have to believe. You have to believe. And tonight I want you to basically, whether you're at home with your wife, your fiance, I want you to say, I'm an artist. I'm good at something. I believe I'm good at something, and I can do it. I want you to believe that, because you are. I talked to a grade school, in a cute story, a grade school class, and I said, every one of you is an artist. Everybody. Your mom's the only one that can cook that meal the way you want it. And that makes her an artist. And the little girl came up afterward and she says, Mr. Greff, my mom mustn't be an artist because she burns everything. So regardless, again, I want you to believe in yourself. I believe in myself. I believe that I'm the best at what I do. Believe it, what you're the best you can do. Don't leave here. Leave this conference with a belief in yourself, and believe that if Gary Greff can do it and wear a jacket like this, you can do it. So thank you. God's bless.